Welcome back to Bar of City, episode 57. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin.
So, how's your weekend been?
It's been pretty good, going by a bit fast, but that
Yeah,
how that is. So, mhm.
yeah, that's how it goes a lot of times. Yeah, I didn't do much this weekend. It was spent most of the time yesterday with my wife. It was her birthday was this week, so we had her birthday weekend yesterday.
Oh, that's nice. Happy birthday to her, or late birthday, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. So we just went around, we did stuff. We for some reason both have been in a musical mood. We watched The Greatest Showman, and then the next day was up. We watched High School Musical, and then the next 2 days was High School Musical 2 and 3.
Nice.
Yeah, no. Sometimes we get in the musical mode.
I've actually never seen those movies. The closest I've ever come to watching those movies is there's an episode of South Park where they make fun of those movies, and that's the closest I've ever come to watching them.
Well, like the funny thing about it is people give Zac Efron shit because the
Yeah.
first movie he doesn't sing at all. It's not him singing.
Actually,
But he was only 17 and he didn't do musicals yet or anything before.
yeah.
So for the next two films, he actually took the time to learn how to sing. So it's him singing in 2 and 3.
Hmm. Yeah, I didn't know that actually.
Yep. Yeah, earlier I was, talking to my buddy, building the company up some more, some stuff on our tabletop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I just had a packed weekend.
I really haven't done. I don't know. I don't really feel like I did anything yesterday. Just kind of seemed like I remember like I watched a couple of shows and then I watched some YouTube and stuff, and it just kind of seemed like the day was over. So
Hmm.
I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I guess that's what I was doing all day.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I've been trying to speak up a little bit when I'm on the podcast because I noticed when I edit the episodes, I'm really, really bad about mumbling when I'm on the podcast. I'm like, I need to speak up a little bit more. So I've been trying to be self-aware of the fact that I need to, enunciate a little bit more and talk a smidge louder. So I don't want to scream into the microphone, but I need to like speak up a little bit.
Yeah. I've noticed something recently because I was looking at what is the top rated TV shows right now. Like,
Yeah.
so basically would be the most popular ones currently. And I've realized I don't think I watched any of them, but the number one so far.
Well, what were they? Or what was number one?
So number one right now is Alien Earth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of that
And
show.
and this is all according to Rotten Tomatoes scores and stuff, because it's got a
Yeah.
96% fresh and 71% audience.
Yeah.
But I, of course, now I'm watching that because it's an Alien series. But I was like, man, I ain't seen none of the others.
Well, what were some of the others?
And the second place is Butterfly season 1.
Never even heard of that one.
Uh, number next one. This is from first to one through 20, blah, 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 1 through 25.
Yeah.
Number three is The Assassin season 1,
Okay. Never heard of
and
that.
then it's
Mm.
Chief of War, which is a Jason Momoa Apple TV series.
Hmm.
Wednesday season 2 is at number 5.
Yeah, I know what that is. I've just never watched it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a limited series at number 6 called Untamed.
Hmm.
And then the season 3 of apparently Sneaky Pete is at number 7. I've never watched any of the other seasons. I never watched it. And then at number 8, we have another Apple TV one called Platonic.
Platonic.
This is season 2 of it. Number 9, season 1 of Code of Silence.
Yeah, I've never heard of with the exception of Wednesday. I've never heard of any of these.
Yeah.
Mhm.
At number 10 is the season of Smoke.
Yep, still don't know it.
Yeah. I might have to see this one. It's kind of just the name, the title just makes me like, but apparently it doesn't have an audience score, which is interesting. It's an HBO Max show.
Hmm.
It just came out August 3rd. Okay. Season 1 of The Yogurt Shop Murders. The Yogurt Shop Murders. Kind of
Yogurt
interesting.
shop murders.
I like yogurt and I like murders. I mean,
Put your hands together, yeah.
uh at number 12 is the first season of Dexter Resurrection.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've heard of that.
I've
Well,
heard of
I
it.
mean, I know what Dexter is, and I knew that they did it's like a sequel
Resurrection.
show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
forgot that. Mm.
I guess he
Or a
comes out of that
sequel
coma or whatever.
series. I should get in the habit of saying series now. I know that's what they call them now. I'm so
Yeah.
used to saying show.
Right?
Because I'm an old fart, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess he's now in New York doing something.
Huh.
Yeah. Number 13 is The Hunting Wives.
The Hunting Wives.
Yeah.
Huh.
And number 14 is a limited series, The Survivors.
The Survivors. Sounds like a
hmm
reality show or something.
It says tracing the scars inflicted on a community with keen sensitivity, The Survivors leverages its outstanding cast to intrigue and compel in equal measure. I don't know.
Excuse me.
Number 15, I think I've seen this title. I just never actually paid attention to it.
Hmm.
It's season 1 of Ballard.
Of what?
Ballard.
Ballard?
Yeah.
Hmm. Never heard of that either.
It's apparently a sibling series to Bosch.
Hmm.
I'm guessing it's a cop show because she looks like an officer. Number 16, season 1 of Department Q. Well, Dept Q because they abbreviated to
Depth view.
DPT.
Hmm.
Q.
That sounds familiar. I think I may have heard of that one, but I know I may have.
Yeah. In a sea of generic crime dramas, Dept Q stakes his claim amongst the thrilling, enthralling, and sublime thanks to a winning cast and veteran creative Scott Frank.
Hmm.
Here's another Apple TV at number 17, season 2 of Fun Foundation.
Fun Foundation.
Not just Foundation.
Oh, Foundation.
Yeah. Never heard of that.
Never heard of that either.
And
Hmm.
then there's a TNT original, season
Mhm.
1, number 18, The Lazarus Project.
That sounds familiar.
I've seen a movie called The Lazarus or whatever,
Yeah.
but
Oh, I may have seen an ad for it on YouTube or something.
I've seen this. I've seen this when I was just scrolling through stuff. But number 19 is season 3 of The Summer I Turned Pretty.
This sounds familiar too.
Yeah, I've scrolled through and seen it.
Yeah.
The next one is one I actually kind of do want to watch because I do have Peacock. It's a
Yeah.
Peacock series, but apparently there's already 2 seasons of it. Twisted Metal.
Oh yeah, yeah. You mentioned that in a previous episode.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, it sounds interesting. I don't know if I would like it or not, but I suppose I just need to watch it to see. So
Hmm. At 21, we have season one of Outlander, Blood of My Blood.
hmm.
Tapping into a rich vein of romance and swashbuckling adventure. I love the term swashbuckling. At number 22, apparently it's season three. It's an HBO Max series. Season three of The Gilded Age.
Yeah, I know what that is.
I've never
I've
heard of it.
actually seen the first three episodes. I thought it was a snooze fest personally, but I guess people really like it. So,
I mean, it's got three seasons, so
yeah, it must be people must be enjoying it. But yeah, it is fair to say it could be one of those series where you have to like really watch it for a while before it kind of picks up. But like I said, I couldn't make it past episode three.
mhm.
That was enough for me. So
This one doesn't have an audience score, but it's at number 23, got season one of Irish Blood.
never heard of that.
Mhm. Uh, okay, I think somebody, whoever made this, sorry, Rotten Tomatoes, but whoever you had write this list needs to learn how to count because they have two number 25s.
Probably
But
a typo. Yeah.
yeah, at number 24, it has no score, so I don't even know if it was meant to be on here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The season three of The Newsreader.
The news reader. Hmm.
Hmm. And then I guess that true number 25 doesn't have a Rotten Tomato score put down, but it has an audience score. Season three of Hightown. I have no idea. I've never heard of Hightown either.
Yeah, I've never heard of that either. So.
And the false number 25 truly should be number 26, which I've heard of this. I don't know if I'm going to watch it. I might have to give it a shot before I make my own opinion. And that
Yeah.
is season one of Ironheart.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
There's a lot of things I've heard that they do wrong. Like, but
Yeah.
I mean, I like the Ironheart comics, so
Yeah.
and I did like her in Wakanda Forever. So if there's a problem, it might be on the directors because it's a different directors in Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
So, and that's probably possible with Disney. And that's apparently the list according to Rotten
All the
Tomatoes of the
shows we
20.
need to be watching, apparently.
Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah, I probably won't have the time to sit down and watch any of those. Plus, I've kind of found my own niche of shows I've been like binge watching the crap out of, so I
Oh.
probably won't ever watch those. So, well, at least maybe not right now. Maybe give me like 5 years, maybe I'll watch some. Tell everybody I'm a little behind. I'm a little behind.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've gotten so into Korean dramas here lately, so that's what I've been binge watching. So,
I like some Korean shows,
yeah.
sure. I mean, I'm a big fan of the show Sweet Home, so. But I also did read it as a webtoon first, so
Oh, really?
yeah. It was a webtoon first, and then got popular enough on webtoon that Netflix picked it up. I think Crunchyroll did that with Gods of High School. It was a webtoon.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's a few things that was webtoons first, and then Netflix or another streaming services picked up and made a show out of it because it was popular.
Oh, excuse me.
Granted, it's been so long since I read the webtoon, I don't remember how well the show and the webtoon worked together. All I know is I still like the show, so
Yeah.
except for Oh, what's that song? It's an Imagine Dragons song. Here we are, turn away now. I'm gonna have to look up what the song is, but it's everywhere in season one. Every time there's like a big time action scene, the as a child, you would wait and watch the fire away. Like what the fuck? Every time there's a major scene, like it was all
I
that's
guess they
like the
just really
only.
like that song.
I
Mhm.
guess I don't know why that was in so much of season one,
They were like, "This is the perfect song for this," and then just kept playing it over and
but
over.
they never used it again.
They were done. They were done with it after that.
Hmm.
I'm drinking my drink out of a pickle jar.
I mean, I've done that.
So I have to
Warriors by Imagine
hold it with both
Dragons.
hands.
Yeah, it was
What is it?
Warriors by Imagine Dragon. That
Oh,
is,
Warriors. Okay.
I don't know.
I may know the song if it was playing. I don't know it by the title. I
Uh,
mean, I'm sure I've
no,
heard it. Imagine Dragon songs come on the radio all the time. So,
yeah. And then like they have another song, but it's the Sweet Home song itself.
hmm
But and it's sung by Young Zoo or whatever that guy's name is. I don't know who Young Zo is. Yeah, I might know who he is, like if I see his face. Uh, no, I do not know. Yeah.
Jeez, I'm sorry.
But like
Sorry, everybody.
his
I keep coughing.
the names look familiar, but yeah, but mostly like almost every heroic moment is Warriors by Imagine Dragons. It's just
I guess they wanted to have that epic feel. It kind of reminds me of season 4 of Stranger Things. Like they had that scene where they did Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush, I think her name is. Of course, that's an 80s song, but and uh and I'm convinced, but they also played that last song in that song in the last scene as well. And I'm convinced that that was actually not their original idea. I think they probably had a different song they were going to play, or maybe they were just going to play some standard epic music. And I think because of the fact that that song got made that scene so popular, people started like downloading that song on iTunes and everything, Spotify.
yeah.
And I think because of that, they changed it to that song. I'm convinced. No one will be able to convince me otherwise. I'm convinced that they did that on purpose. Of course, that was only like 2 or 3 times they played it. It's not like they were playing it through the entire season or anything like this situation. So, mm.
Yeah, they did it. Like I want to be like there's so many songs that you could to be like a heroic
Yeah.
or like a or a turning point in the story in a fight or whatever song. Like having warriors, like there's some moments when I really loved it in there,
hmm
but like there's one specific like fight that I can always image that I really liked it there. But all the rest, I'm like, it could have benefited from a different song.
Yeah.
And the scene I like the most with it in there is so there's a what so have I told you about Sweet Home? How the monsters work in there?
Yeah. If you did, I don't recall.
Well, so the virus in Sweet Home that it mutates people. Well, basically, once you're infected, you start hallucinating. You'll have massive nosebleeds, and well, once you're infected, you actually can't die, except for like there's oh, I'm sorry, they call it oh they did a cool little way about it. Shit, it's a medical term they use when it's like the peak time that you have to resurrect someone that's died.
Hmm.
Golden hour.
Golden hour.
Yeah. So basically, the golden hour in medical term is like the amount of time you have to resurrect someone to bring them back. They're they're dead. They die. But they turn it in Sweet Home, and there's actually a guy in their character that's actually going to med school, and he makes a comment about how it's ironic that they're using that term now for that.
Yeah.
But there's a specific moment while they're still infected but not turned yet that something as simple as a gunshot could kill them potentially.
Huh.
But other than that, it would take like massive amounts of trauma or burning them. The infected are very flammable for some reason. Um, but I guess most things are, aren't they? Anyways, but you will start having hallucinations and seeing a infected version of yourself with black eyes. And its whole thing is it's trying to convince you to give up, give control.
Yeah.
And if you give into it, basically it mutates you into a monster that the look and abilities of it is based off your most deepest, darkest desire.
Huh.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. I don't know why I'm saying so much.
Sorry, my cat was getting up on the counter.
I have the tendency to say a lot in the podcast, and I also say so a lot. I've noticed that when
Yeah,
I'm always like so. I'm like,
but
why do I keep freaking saying that?
I think I do,
Hmm.
but
Yeah, you do say a lot.
but
I don't even notice I'm doing the so thing until I listen to the editing. Like when I'm editing it and listening to it, I'm like, geez, I never
Mhm.
realized how often I do that.
Well, a lot of my stuff has been pointed out to me a long time ago, so I periodically like notice it.
I don't think anyone's ever pointed that out to me. I don't know if that's just a podcast thing I do or if I do that in daily conversation as well. I don't know.
Hmm.
I probably just say it because I'm trying to fill in time and when I
Yeah,
don't know what to say, like I just got done saying something and then I have nothing left to say, so then I just start throwing a bunch of so's in there. So
yeah, yeah. But
anyway, sorry, I got you sidetracked on something else.
yeah. So yeah, depending on like, but if you resist it, you become a special infected and are just as unkillable as the normal monsters, and you gain abilities.
Yeah.
Like the main character, he was suicidal. When he finally resisted it, his right arm forms this like spiked wing
Excuse me. Yeah.
that is super heated, so he can wrap it around monsters and stab into them and start melting them because he ended up resisting long enough because of his want to protect his friends.
Hmm.
He developed a weapon specifically against the creatures.
Hmm.
But his did a weird thing where he basically has like a split personality disorder with his monster. It's weird later. One of the other special infected that you see, his ability is his blood can leave his body and possess another body.
That's weird.
He can leave his body and possess another body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh
But
man.
like
With his
one of
blood?
the yeah, his blood.
Oh, wow.
He
I've heard
literally
of like
just
people, I know the concept with like your soul jumping into other bodies, but I've never heard of with blood before. That's interesting. So,
Yeah, like I think it's like weird because he can leave his body, he's this weird liquid form, and he just goes into a dead body and takes over it.
oh wow. Huh.
Yeah. Uh, but there is also a side effect of that for him is it shows that sometimes I guess the occupant can fight back even though they were already dead. It's a weird like I guess soul residual thing. I don't know. It
Yeah,
doesn't
like
fully explain. Uh yeah. I love it when shows don't explain things sometimes.
yeah, you just have to kind of roll with it sort of situation.
Yeah. But there's a monster in there that his whole thing's like I guess he wanted to be a bodybuilder
Mm-hmm.
and he turns into this hulking brute of a monster that we see it later on. I think it's like season three.
Ow. Yeah.
It's like so big the main character can just jump on his shoulder and attack it.
Oh,
Like stand on his shoulder fully. Like he's a hulking brute later. But when you first see him, he's like Hulk size.
yeah.
And he's running through the apartment and he's just in there, protein. It's fucking hilarious. But there's a scene because the second time they encounter him is the scene that I really like the Warrior song for because they're getting ready to leave. They've armored up this van and they're getting ready to drive off to get some medical supplies, whatever. And they think, yeah, everything's gonna go good. We can do this. The fucking thing tackles the fucking vehicle, sends it flying, and it comes up with a fight. And before it can actually finish one of them off, one of the chicks comes back and a fucking fire truck just full on mows into it.
Dang.
And it's this whole cool scene, the way they get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it just comes back in like season three, just even bigger. Like, god damn, how big is this motherfucker gonna get? But apparently uh there's another so basically special infecteds are an offshoot of the infected, but there's another level to the infected if you actually go into being infected. Apparently, eventually, after a certain while or a certain thing, you'll end up cocooning. And as long
Cocoon.
as no one interrupts that cocoon, you will actually come
Oh,
back as yourself again,
huh.
but
Mm.
stronger, faster, smarter. They're calling themselves neo humans.
Almost kind of reminds me of Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah, kind of.
Mhm.
But it shows that they can watch you do something once and just immediately learn how to do it.
Yeah.
And they are unkillable for the most part. Uh, but if you do manage to like kill them, they'll just cocoon again and come back. The only way to permanently kill them is to disturb them in the cocooning process,
Yeah.
and that's when they're reforming their bodies. That's the only time you can actually kill them.
Huh.
Hmm.
Because I guess they're in a vulnerable state. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's the only time. That's their golden hour. Uh,
Excuse me.
hmm, but it's pretty good. Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, it sounds interesting.
but yeah, that that's my favorite Green show.
Hmm. Yeah, I have to watch it.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Give it a good watch.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I really like apocalypse stuff shows and stuff, especially when they like don't do a typical normal apocalypse.
Yeah.
Because like zombie apocalypse, whatever, you can do, different versions of the zombies, but like I like interesting apocalypse stuff.
I don't know. Hmm. how many apocalypse shows I've really seen, to be honest, now that I sit here and think about it. It's not really my go-to movie either, really. Like end of the world or apocalypse kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's not that I dislike it necessarily. It's just not something I really seek after either, though, admittedly.
I don't know when I got obsessed with apocalypse stuff.
Hmm. Huh. I don't know. I kind of I'm just well, I- I'm making so much sense right now. Spit it out, Kevin. Spit it out. I guess I just have more of a preference to everyday life kind of scenarios when it comes to stories. So that's just me though.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't like, necessarily dislike other stuff, but it's just that's my preference. I kind of prefer like something that would happen in everyday life. I find everyday life to be very fascinating. So
I don't know. I think for me, it's because I live an everyday life that I'm just like, I want something abnormal.
I think I like the benefits of everyday life shows is it kind of it you get I like the psychology of like people's interactions with one another. Not that you can't do that in apocalypse shows too, of course. It's just putting them in a different scenario. But
Yeah.
I liked seeing the psychology of how people act in everyday life and how you can play around with those kind of you know, interactions and stuff like that. Just it's fascinating to me. So that's probably why I like drama shows so much. So even though not all drama shows are realistic, but I still like them. So I'm a sucker for them. Mm-hmm. But then again, what is realism really? What is it?
Sure. Yeah.
So have
I
you done
mean,
anything else exciting this weekend? Or is that
not
it?
really. Yeah, this weekend, like I said, it was mostly just spending time with the wife.
Yeah. Did
But
you hear
mm,
that there was an official game and a Halloween game announced?
like Michael
Like,
Myers, Halloween.
yeah, Michael Myers Halloween. Yeah. Mm,
Hmm.
yeah. They were talking. I follow the Halloween subreddit, and they were talking about it on there. I was like, well, it looks. They didn't show much in the trailer. It looked interesting though. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the Friday the 13th game, but maybe with some differences too. But it, like I said, it was a little hard to tell from the trailer. But I guess as time goes on, but it's not coming out until next year though.
Hmm.
So that's probably why they didn't show much because they're not ready to show very much.
Yeah. I'm gonna check it out real quick.
Yeah, but yeah, the trailer gives the impression that the bulk of the game at least maybe will take place in the late 70s, like the first one does. Which but it's also possible they may have, you know, like a selection on what time period maybe things could take place in. That's also a possibility too. Just depends on how they want to go about it. So, but it just it gave that impression though that most of the game will, if not all the game, will probably take place in the time period of the first movie, like late 70s, early 80s. So,
Yeah, from what I'm seeing with the trailer, it's so far looking like it's just a retelling of the original.
yeah, yeah.
Apparently, even John Carpenter is actually directing the game.
Yeah. I think he's probably doing the music direction and probably other direction and productions. Decisions, if I can speak correctly. Jeez. Mm.
Dude, Michael's theme song is just a bop.
I was watching a show the other day, and every time there was a slow scene where they were playing piano music, the first two keys um that they were playing was the very first two keys of the Halloween theme. And so every time they
Uh,
would play them, my mind would immediately start thinking of the Halloween. I was like, I wish they'd stop playing this music because it's very distracting to me because that's what I'm hearing when I'm hearing those two keys. So,
a single player and multiplayer horror experience.
yeah,
I wonder how it works. It's like,
I
yeah, it doesn't show anything except for that houses he's talking, same stuff he said in the first movie.
yeah, yeah,
And it shows a bloody hands on the one window of a house, and the next house, the dude's dead out the window hanging, and she comes running out, goes to the next house, and
yeah,
says something to the guy, and the lights go out, and then they both run, and here he comes walking out.
yeah. I
I don't
mean,
know.
admittedly, I'm not the biggest fan. I mean, I love horror movies and I love horror shows and stuff like that, but I don't know what it is, but when it comes to video games, I'm just not the biggest horror fan.
Mm,
It's just not really my cup of tea. But being a Halloween fan, seeing more gameplay as time goes on, I might consider checking it out. So we'll see what happens. I wouldn't say I have high interest in the project, but I will definitely keep an eye out for it. So. For sure. Yeah, it probably just comes down to gameplay. I mean, a lot of horror games like have more stealthy type gameplay because I mean, it makes sense for it too, I guess. And I do not like stealth gameplay. It's my least favorite mechanic when I'm playing a game. So I just don't like it.
uh,
But yep, that's Halloween.
is Jason having new stuff coming out soon?
I haven't heard anything recently, but I mean, I know
Because
there's supposed to be projects eventually coming out, but I just don't know when that's all going to come about.
yeah, because somebody commented on the video. I love how they switched places. Now Jason's has the movies coming out, while Mike has none but a game coming out.
Yeah. I mean, I heard years ago that they're slowly getting ready to make some more Friday the 13th movies, but I don't know when those are all supposed to come about or how long they're going to take and all that kind of stuff. So I haven't heard anything recently. Mm.
Uh, yes, a new Friday the 13th short film titled Sweet Revenge was released on August 13th. So they done a short film.
Hmm.
Uh, so it's a whole, okay. Sweet Revenge is a 30-minute short film acting as a debut for Jason Universe and showcasing a new Jason Voorhees design by Greg Nicotero. Nicotero?
Hmm. Okay, I haven't heard of any of this.
Nicotero.
So.
Yeah. Okay. So what is the Jason universe? Well, according to production company Horror Inc., it's a new era of the Friday the 13th franchise. Right now, all we know about is this new era is the Friday the 13th prequel TV series headed to Peacock.
Oh, you know what? I have read on that. I forgot that I read that. As soon as you said prequel series, I was like, "Oh yeah, I have read about that."
It was just recently entered production, but the word universe definitely suggests a future full of Jason related movie.
Yeah.
TV shows, and potentially games and comics as well. As far as the film series, there was once a sequel to the reboot in development, but it got canceled due to, you guessed it, legal drama.
Yeah.
It's also worth noting that the Cunningham himself teased a 13th movie back in 2022,
Yeah.
but hasn't heard heat from him since. So it's a prequel series?
Yeah.
Was it going to be when he's a
My
child?
guess is it's probably yeah going to take place in like the beginning, like what time period is that, like late 50s or early
Something
60s?
like that.
Yeah, that would be my guess. Is it's gonna probably be like at uh the camp, and it's gonna take place there, and it'll probably lead up to some stuff. So I
I
don't.
wonder if they're going to show what he was up to because he was he's just living out in the woods and shit as an adult.
Yeah. Depending on how they execute it, it. I mean, it could be. Yeah, I mean, it could be interesting depending on how they execute it. So I would just
Yeah.
have to wait and see some footage on that one.
See, that was actually always my only problem with the Friday the 13th series
Oh yeah.
is Jason living out in the woods all those years by himself. Because for one, he was a mama's boy. So if he survived, why didn't he just find his way to his mama?
Yeah, I think
Or
that's
back
just
to the
the problem of them uh constantly having to constantly they write ideas with the first like three or four movies. They kind of wrote in ideas as they were making the movies because that idea actually wasn't really introduced until the second one. So the first movie kind of implies that he was dead. So and that he drowned. But then the second movie makes it sound like he didn't. It's like, oh no, he
hmm
didn't drown. He was in the woods the whole time, which I mean, he obviously didn't because he was alive. And
Yeah.
and so, but then it's like when you get to some of the later movies, they kind of insinuate other things, and so it's kind of like that's just new writers coming along and trying to add in new ideas, and it does get pretty messy after a while. So with the backstory. So maybe that's what they're trying to do here. They're trying to do damage repair and make it a bit more clear.
hmm
So I guess we'll see what happens. What are you doing with your eyebrow?
All I'm reading.
Oh, okay. You look like you were like just being weird or something.
Yeah, like they've never
No,
even
excuse me.
tried to say it. Like most people theorize that he either got lost in the woods, uh, he was afraid to return from the trauma,
Yeah,
uh, basically lost and isolated, shyness, fear. So physical and mental state. I don't know. Writer's intent. Ultimately, the lack of definition in the universe explanation is often attributed to the need for a sequel to the successful
yeah,
first film. The story was written to create a new villain, and the gap in the narrative were filled by fan theories later installments.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. The definitely the backstory is pretty messy. So I mean, not that the later films help much with his supernatural abilities. That kind of stuff gets pretty messy after a while too. So
Yeah. One of the biggest fan theories is, the whole, loving mother thing,
yeah.
the dutiful son,
Hmm.
wasn't actually true, and that she was very abusive to him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, it's not super clear cut in the movie, the first, well, at least the first movie or anything. It's very obvious that she cherished her son and that, but she was also kind of crazy. Uh, well, she was really crazy, but uh, but it's not super clear like what their actual relationship, her and Jason's relationship was like. The second movie insinuates a lot more that Jason was very fond of his mom. It seems to paint that picture.
Well, it
Uh,
also painted that, his mental problems when it goes to his mom,
yeah.
the way she commands him.
So, but yeah, so it doesn't still doesn't really paint a full picture of what their relationship was actually like. Yeah, because I mean, a mom could be abusive to her child, and the child could still be fond of their parent theoretically. So,
Well, especially if you have a child who's got mental illness, as long as
yeah. So,
on top of physical deformation, deformities. So, I mean, there's a lot of psychological trauma that could be going on. Besides, like, again, I mean, him getting, him being in the woods and not know where his mom was,
yeah,
it could have caused his brain to have a separation.
yeah, that's
And
true.
then when he'd seen his mom die, that caused more trauma. And it's like the moment he finally finds his way back to the camp is the night his mom died.
Yeah,
Because those woods are huge.
yep.
I
And
mean, that whole area is mostly woods.
yeah,
But yeah, the first one honestly never like I never liked the first Friday the 13th.
the first one is just okay to me. I like the film, but I don't think it's as good as some of the purists make it out to be. So
I
I
can't
think I
remember
think
where
it's
I
just
ranked
okay.
it because I think we
Yeah.
ranked these movies.
Yeah. I prefer the second one over the first one.
Yeah,
That's just me though.
because like in the second one, leading into the third one,
Yeah.
his thing made sense.
Yeah.
He watched his mom die. So, of course, he's going to be extremely aggressive.
Yeah.
Uh, Now, the first one reason it didn't make sense because the people that, caused his son's death aren't even around him.
Yeah.
And she's just taking it out on pure innocent people. And I guess you could technically say
She's
Jason was taking things out on innocent people in the second movie.
yeah.
Uh, but I don't remember why he started killing it. I'm gonna have to rewatch these movies again, bro.
My biggest problem with the first one, I mean, major spoiler alert for people who've never seen the first one, but I mean, Jason's not the killer. His mom is. I think we sort of painted that. And the problem with that movie is the movie is set up like it's a whodunit movie.
Yeah,
But the problem is Pamela Voorhees's character simply didn't exist until the last like 15 minutes of the movie. So she's suddenly thrown into the movie and you don't even know who she is, and then the movie quickly explains who she is. And
yeah,
then and then the final showdown happens. And so it's like, so none of that, all that before that really matters now. Now it's all about, so, and that's my biggest problem. I do like the movie, but I don't like it as much as I'd like, as I want to. So,
yeah. Because I mean, honestly, I like the who done it aspect.
hmm
I would like as much as I like Jason Voorhees, he's one of my favorite movie killers.
yeah,
I would have rathered it, had not been his mom.
yeah. Or at least maybe give some more clues to that it could be his mom,
Yeah,
throughout the movie. That would have been a nice touch.
but also her reasoning is stupid.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they pretty much you pretty much just have to say, well, she's just crazy, but they should have done more with it. So they
In
should
my
have,
opinion,
yeah,
five is better than one when it comes to the reasoning behind the parent doing what they're doing.
yeah. With the whodunit situation, five does do a better job with
Yeah,
that. Much better, actually. The only problem with five is it falls flat in other ways, but yeah.
yeah.
Five is a mixed bag for me. It's always been a mixed bag. There's parts about five I love, and there's parts about it I just don't like. So
Five sets up the reasons better. Like the guy has an absolute reason why he's doing what he's doing.
yeah,
Compared to one, it's a better parent killer. The parent
yeah,
as a killer.
yeah, agreed.
Spoiler for anyone, for you who's not
Yeah.
seen
Spoiler for
five.
five, yeah. Also not Jason. Yeah.
The one of the kids gets killed by one of the people in this group that is very much just full of troubled people, of troubled adults and stuff,
Yeah.
young adults that have violent tendencies or whatever. Well, one of them kills him out of because he's got rage issues, and he just randomly went off the hinges and wasn't an axe, right? Because he was chopping wood, I
At the
believe,
beginning of
and the
five,
one
yeah,
dude
he
was
was
being
yeah,
annoying him, and then he just fucking snaps and
yeah,
puts the axe in his head. Well, when he's taken off, turns out that his father is one of the paramedics.
yeah.
And he decides to, since at this point Jason's dead, he died in the fourth one. Uh, he decides to dress up like Jason. The only difference is the hockey mask has blue instead of red,
Yeah.
and tries to he starts killing everyone in this group for revenge. Uh, simply, and he's dressing like Jason to so no one knows it's actually him. Everyone will start blaming Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
But there's only one the biggest aspect I have with that movie is, and it's same with the first movie, is I don't like him when he killed that black kid's parent, brother, and the one chick.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about Reggie's brother?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Reggie's brother was never even there. He just showed up to see his little brother,
Yeah.
and he was just going to be on his way.
Yeah. That was probably just the movie just wanting another kill in there, so they just threw that in there.
Yeah. He also killed the people at the fucking grocery store
Yeah, he did.
for no reason.
Or that convenience store or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like, and people can say, oh, well, Michael Myers kills a lot of people for no reason. Well, I mean, everyone he kills is just in his way.
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of confusing with this. Geez, what the heck is my avatar doing?
Mhm.
It is kind of it looked like I was rocking out for a second. Uh, with Jason's kind of reasonings, like on why he just there's times where it seems like he just kills everybody, but then there's times where he also spares people too. It's a little
It's like in
confusing.
New York, when he
Yeah,
kicked the jukebox and those guys start up, he just lifts his mask, scares the fuck out of him, and just walks off.
yeah. Instead of killing him.
And that's undead Jason,
Yeah,
who's also killing a bunch of people that have no connection to any of his past stuff.
yeah. I guess because they were on the boat, so now he's just still after them.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty much the only thing you can do. Yeah, it gets way out there after a certain point. Yeah, it's like he's still chasing down these two people when he has all these other people to kill. It's like if he just wants to kill people for the sake of killing people, why not just kill these people? So, but he's still
Yeah,
after these
why
people
not?
because
It'd
he was
be,
already after them, I guess, is probably the easiest way to explain it.
and don't get me started on Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah. That's a movie every time I watch,
Uh,
the least I like it. So the first time I watched that movie, I actually really liked that movie. But every time I rewatch it, it becomes less and less for me.
mhm.
So most Friday the 13th fans actually have the opposite with that movie. They actually hated it the first time they watched it, and then it grew on them later. And I'm like, no, I was the opposite. I liked it first, and now I more and more dislike it. So,
So, yeah, Jason X, Jason Goes to Hell. I didn't like. I did like Freddy versus Jason. I did
yeah.
like them.
Freddy versus Jason is a very entertaining movie, so I cannot deny that. Mhm.
Yeah, like Freddy's stuff makes sense. Chucky's makes sense.
Yeah.
Michael sometimes makes sense.
Yeah, some of his movies can be a bit messy because it falls into some of that same problems that Jason does. But when you're watching the ones where they actually thought it through before they made the movie, it makes more sense.
Yeah.
So
And most of his kills are just people that were in his way looking for his actual target. So he just, oh, you're in my way, you get eliminated.
yeah.
Because like in the house when he kills that one dude and the whole puts the ghost thing on him. Like
Excuse me.
the
Oh, geez, I'm sorry.
uh I don't know. I'm trying to remember why he killed him. I think he oh, wasn't it a party that Lori was supposed to go to with her friends that Michael ended up killing? Like when he stuck that one chick into the wall.
Oh, you talking about her boyfriend where he sticks
Yeah,
him in the wall? Uh, yeah. I
because
mean,
when
again, that kind of goes back to there's not really too much rhyme or reason why he killed them. I think he just killed them for the sake of killing them. Now, Laurie, the first one, of course, this before the whole brother sister thing gets introduced in the second movie, but the first movie, you could argue the reason why he's stalking her and seems to be kind of obsessed with her is she steps up on his porch at the beginning of the movie, and he just kind of sees her there and kind of is sort of like maybe like a prey kind of thing. Like now he's preying on her because he wants to kill her. And so maybe when he was killing the others, that's him setting up the scene for when he wanted to finally kill her. But I guess you could argue that. It's not super clear.
well,
But
I know she was supposed to go to that party with them. She never gets to show because the whole
yeah, she got invited, but she was babysitting. But
so I mean it could be stated that he went there thinking that she was going to be there,
like he was waiting on her. Yeah.
and he just eliminated everyone that way when
And
she
it's
arrived.
pretty obvious he was setting up a scene for her that, she walks in there and sees because he even sets up that tombstone of his sister and
Yeah.
puts it on the bed. And because and he did that on purpose. That was an example of Michael Myers resorting back to his playful childhood self, so,
Hmm.
which he does in some of the later films too, how he took those two cops' heads and carved them into pumpkins because he was just
Yep.
being silly. So that was his sense of humor, his dark sense of humor.
Like so, like most of the people he kills are in his way or in the area where he's planning on killing, anyways.
Yeah,
Like he's setting shit up. It's like when he has a target, if anybody that could potentially be in his way, he eliminates.
yeah.
So he's got more rhyme and reason to do his random killings
Yeah. It
because
is it's
everyone's
also fair to say with Michael Myers is they made it pretty clear. Like I said, this is ignoring some of the messy sequels. But
Mhm.
in the first movie, they made it pretty clear like that there really is not really a lot of reason why he kills. He's just kind of like, you know, a bad seed, I guess you could say. And that's what and they painted that out for the movie because they
Yeah.
wanted that to
Dr.
be
Lupin
creepy.
even states that.
Yeah, but the problem with Jason is, well, first of all, he wasn't even really in the first movie. He's not really anyway. And and so they don't make it super clear. And so in the sequels, they keep trying to sort of add all these extra elements in there. And so even the second one's a little messy because they're trying to add something that was never really intended in the first movie. So,
Hmm.
but unlike Halloween, where it's laid out right there in the first movie, like, yes, this is how Michael Myers is. So, mm,
He just latches onto a target. That's who he
yeah,
goes for. And if you got any connection to that target, he's going to kill you.
right.
Or if you get in his way.
Yeah, you could almost kind of chop up her stepping up on his porch is almost kind of like a throwback to like maybe like some old 1930s haunted house movies, like oh
Yeah.
they stepped on their property and now you're gonna get it. So you could sort of kind of throw that element in there as well.
Well, I
So
mean, true, because if you take into account two other movies,
mhm.
anybody that's been at his house, he's immediately killed.
Right. It's kind of like, oh, you're in my home, so you're now you're gonna get it. So
Yeah. And he literally could have been just sitting there to see who his first target was going to be since he's gone.
Right. Sort of, yeah, like a, a predator going after
Yeah.
their prey. So, mm,
She walked into his territory and he's just,
right. And so he's just sitting there watching her think, and he might be sitting there thinking that, like, yeah,
I mean,
I'm gonna go
also he
after her.
does tend to have very much a kind of like that possessiveness kind of aspect to
Mhm.
things
Yeah.
because like he targeted his sister who for one was didn't really do much to him when he was a child.
Right.
And like his targets seem to be people that he has an obsession.
Yeah.
It seems like if he has an obsession with you, he's going after you. And
Yeah.
Lori just became his new obsession. Like he might have found her attractive, or she looked like his sister.
Yeah. Like for some reason he just looked at her and yeah, it reminded her of his sister. Of his sister.
Yeah, so she just became his target. That's another
Yeah.
thing about serial killers is they tend to have a type.
Yeah. That's true.
And I mean, and he just kills everyone that's either in his way or has a connection to her
Yeah.
because he clearly he's extremely intelligent.
Yeah.
He's just fucked up.
Well, I guess that's about all the time we got for
Yeah.
today. So,
Um, type down below what's your favorite show or what's your favorite Halloween or Friday 13th movie. Potentially what horror game if you like horror games or not. I don't know. Just
yeah.
he this one we're just all over the place and had no rhyme or reason.
Yeah. We were doing an entertainment, talking about different types of entertainment episodes. So.
Yeah. I mean, do you like period dramas? Do you like apocalypses? Write it all down below and I hopefully we'll see it. Only on YouTube because apparently I can't see anything on Spotify. Only he can. So it's his fault if you comment on Spotify and we don't talk about it.
What the heck?
And with that being said, have a good day and bye.
Welcome to the city where chaos thrives. Kevin and Eric keep people alive. Random talks and stories collide. Bar City Anthem, let's take a ride. Bar City, the place to be. Laughs and madness, wild and free. Tune in now, let the good vibes flow. Bar City, your favorite show. Guitars, drum and synths ignite. Jokes and banter, morning or night. From the weird to the totally bizarre. Bar City legends shining like a star. Bar City, the place to be. Laughs and madness, wild and free. Tune in now, let the good vibes flow. Bar City, your favorite show. Guitars, drum and synths ignite. Jokes and banter, morning or night. From the weird to the totally bizarre. Bar City legends shining like a star. Bar City, the place to be. Laughs and madness, wild and free. Tune in now, let the good vibes flow.